YouTube, what is good with y'all? It's Boogie, and welcome back to another video. Now today I want to touch up a little bit on the topic of lust, and how to overcome strong lustful desires. Now, lust is a big problem in this world. I'm gonna go ahead and say that lust is everywhere, and the reason why I talk about lust so much on my channel, some retention, or things of that nature, is because so many men struggle. Well, not just men, women also, but we all struggle with lust. We all struggle with our desires, right? Things that we want, right? And what lengths are we willing to go to try to get that? Some people, they might be sex addicts. They might be addicted to sex. Oh, I don't care what she look like. I just wanna, you know what I'm saying, do what I gotta do. Or guys who watch porn, right? They do the same thing. Women the same way. It all applies to all of us. But how do we overcome that strong lustful desire? How do we get set apart from everybody else? It's possible, but I would say it's probably one of the hardest things that you could do ever in life is to overcome your lust, to master your lust. See, if you can master your body, you've mastered your mind. It's that simple. If you can master your body, you've mastered your mind. But what are the steps that you need to take to overcome that lust? So let's take a step back, right? If you think back to your childhood, we didn't really struggle with lust. Why? Because we really didn't know what lust is, first off, and second off, that wasn't really of a concern to us. Having sex, all of that, women with big butts, that really wasn't a concern to us. Well, at least it wasn't a concern to me, and I know a lot of my friends that wasn't a concern. We would all be playing Legos, going outside, playing with the mulch on the swing set, on the little big spider web thing on the playground. Playing kickball, that was of concern to us, not women and how good they look, and you know what I'm saying, playing with ourselves. That just wasn't on the radars. So how do we get back to that state of mind, state of being, right? Well, from what I can remember, how I got back to that, or how I was back then, and how you can get back to that, is being authentic and true to yourself. See, us as kids, that's the most pure and authentic form of ourselves. It's because really, when you was a kid, you didn't really care about what other people had to think. You were trained to care about what other people think of you. As you grew older and as you grew up in your environment, you were trained subconsciously to care about what other people think. But naturally, you didn't care about what other people thought of you. You didn't care anything about that. It was just you solo dolo, and you were living life. That's it. Simple as that, right? And I believe we can get back to that even as adults, but we've got to be willing to sacrifice and put things down. We've got to be willing to work on ourselves and to turn to ourselves for the answers and to solve our own problems, right? See, lust is very powerful, and one thing about this world is they want you to be in a state of lust, right? Because that's what keeps you weak. They don't want strong-minded people, because what does that do? That means you have a sense of power to influence and lead, and they don't want people to have that type of influence and that type of power, right? So they'll put it in your music. They'll put it on your TV screens. See all this. You see these people like Ice Spice, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, women that promote sexuality, feminism, shaking their butt. What's that girl? Her booty being brown. I forget her name, but she all of them, right? They're all promoting that lustful figure, shaking their butt. It's like a spirit that's all in these women that feels like they've got to do this certain type of stuff, right? And then you've got men on the other hand, right? You hear all this stuff in the music. You sitting at home watching corn, playing with yourself, right? Program yourself to be a misogynist, right? Program yourself to sometimes even gets to the point where you become an incel, right? Yeah, it gets that bad. So then what? So you've got all these outlier factors that in this external world that are trying to keep you distracted and keep you confused and keep you from being your true self. and you have to suffer from the effects of it. You have to suffer from the mental and physical effects of that. So how do we overcome this, right? The only way that I've seen to overcome, like I said, if you master your body, you master your mind. So abstaining from this stuff is what's going to help you get back to your roots. Sibling retention, that's what's going to help you get back to your roots. Abstaining from sex, that's what's going to help you get back to your roots, and staying away from that, right? To get your mind out of the state of lust, so you won't be programmed to every time you look at a woman. See, it's just a woman, right? It's just a human. It's that simple. But you see all this stuff on social media, right? Programming you to think, oh my God, it's a woman. We gotta praise and worship the holy ground that they walk on, and that women, they gotta get all this attention from these men to feel like somebody, instead of finding inner love, their own self-love. They feel like they've got to find that stuff everywhere else but from within. And that's the problem. And the same thing applies with men. So how do you overcome that? Like I said, you got to abstain. You got to deny that feeling of lust. You got to deny those things. You shouldn't be watching porn at all. Women too. But I know that's a lot bigger problem for men. You gotta break away from that. You gotta break free. You gotta set you up. See, right now, men that watching porn, you in bondage. Just imagine these big chains. I'm talking about big chains just wrapped around your arms and your feet, and like you shackled, like you a slave almost, shackled at your hands and feet. That's what porn has an effect to y'all. That's what it's doing to y'all. It's making y'all mentally weak. It's making y'all simps. It's making y'all not understand your own value, right? And it's making you look at women in a lustful nature instead of embracing their natural form. See, women are art just like men. We are all forms of art. But we won't be able to look at the beauty of the art if we're so worried about the wrong things, right? We've got to fill our mind with a certain type of knowledge, right? That rejects these non-moral standards, these non-virtuous people, right? Ideologies, all of that. We've got to reject all of that, and we've got to stand on our own morals and standards, because that doesn't seem like a thing anymore, right? It just seems like everybody's got to copy everybody else. Even if you don't want to have, being part of that, you see everybody else doing it, so you feel like you got to do it, and that's a problem. That's a big problem. If you feel like you're being left out from this world, that means you're too attached to this world, and you need to let go. Otherwise, you will drown with the rest of the world, and you will never have satisfaction from within. You don't need anybody, right? Be independent on yourself, right? Love yourself. That's really what it is. You gotta love yourself. Oh, she thick. Oh, she look good. Can you look past that? What is she like on the inside? Her personality, her characteristics. What makes her her? See, a lot of y'all be getting with women who just, you know what I'm saying? But she got a nice butt. She look good, so that's all that qualifies. That's all that matters, and that's just lust. There's nothing more than that. And I know people don't want to hear this, but it's the truth. Men and women, it's the truth. And if you keep denying it, just being in denial. See, people, they hide from the truth, even if it's right in front of them. Guess what? They're still gonna hide from the truth, because they don't want to reject their ways. They don't want to reject their lifestyle. No, I've got to stay in it. I gotta stay in it. I see I see all these girls wearing booty shorts and push-up bras, and now I feel like I've got to do it. I see them getting surgery, now I feel like I've got to do it. Or I see these men, they getting hoes. My friends talking about how I don't got no hoes, so I've got to act a certain way to get these to get hoes, to sleep around with women. Cause that's cool. That's what everybody else is doing. So I feel obligated that I should be doing it. See, if you can overcome this world, if you can overcome the majority and stand out and be your own person, you will strive light years ahead of what you would have ever possibly imagined. But in order to do that, in order to overcome that lust, you've got to sacrifice. In order to give up your desires and to work on yourself internally and to build a good foundation for yourself, you got to sacrifice. And it's a lot easier said than done for a lot of people, because you know what I'm saying, they're already programmed. See, look, this world's already, this matrix has already got a hold of them. The subconscious programming, the music, what's on TV, what's in their environment, they lost by default. And now it's up to you to decide whether you want to change that or not. The power's always been in our hands. Just as we chose that, we cannot choose it. It's that simple. Anyways, I hope that helps some of y'all. That's the video for today. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tuning in, listening to what I had to say. I will be having more bangers like this one on the channel, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like my video. I'm gone. Peace.